Hello everyone. So I thought I'd make this video because I have my first out of 3 this year. We'll get to that in a minute. But I scheduled myself when I was, signing up for events for a 3-day weekend this weekend. Not a 3-day event at the same place. No. 3 days in 3 different locations, and they're all over the place. So today is Friday, June 26th, first of 3 days. What I'm going to be doing with this video is kind of documenting the weekend, basically, kind of with timestamps. Like right now, it is 12:50. So I'm from New Berlin, Wisconsin. It's in between Milwaukee and Waukesha, basically. The event I'm going to today on Friday is about a little over an hour north of me. So I'm on my way there. Setup starts at 2 and the event starts at 4. And I have a very complicated setup. I've been trying to work on making it more efficient, especially because I'm on my own today. I'm on my own a lot lately. My husband does help me when he can. He might be able to help tomorrow. We'll see about that. But otherwise, I'm by myself. So I'm trying to make things as efficient as possible. So I recently just made a new shelf and pegboard unit that is portable, kind of a DIY thing. Well, half DIY. I got the sides from IKEA. They're the IVAR system in IKEA. But I made my own shelves to go with it, and I attached a pegboard, and then I attached a magnetic pegboard on the other side as well to get my magnets, because I do sell magnets too. So I just recently did that, so I'm hoping that helps speed things along and it makes it easier for me to put up on my own. So for my setups, I try to get there as early as I can. Like sometimes it's 3 hours, sometimes it's 2 hours, sometimes it's an hour and a half, so I can get things done. We're gonna kind of see how this one goes because this is my first time using my new shelf today. So hopefully it's not a disaster like my last event, which I used a different thing that I knew was probably going to be a disaster, and then it was. But that's a whole other story. You can go back and look at that video if you want. But anyway, so I'm on my way now to the event. I'll be there at 2. I'll try to check in when I get there with you. And I'll show you some setup footage. Basically, again, this video is going to be kind of my mood throughout the 3-day weekend. And what kind of things happen and how I'm able to handle the 3 days in 3 different locations kind of thing. That's what this video is going to be about. So like I said, today is 4 to 8 up in Cascade, Wisconsin, about a little over an hour north for me, on my way. I do have to stop for gas too. Tomorrow, the transition from today to tomorrow is not as bad because I have my event that I'm doing tomorrow is from 5 to 9 p.m. It's another night market. And that one is closer to me. That one's within the same, Milwaukee area. It's in Oak Creek. So that's 20 minutes away from me tomorrow. So that's not going to be that bad. But Sunday, so 5 to 9 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday. Sunday, the event starts at 10 and it's down at the state line. So it's like an hour. It's like about the same amount of time, a little bit over an hour, but south this time. So that's what I'm doing Sunday. So that transition is going to be rough, especially because it's the last day too, because I'm already going to be exhausted already. So plus I'm probably not going to get much sleep that night. And setup for that one's at 8:30. So, and it takes I'll be leaving at 7 basically. So it's not that early. Could have been worse, but it's pretty early. So that's going to be a rough one. Like I said, today to tomorrow shouldn't be that bad because I got to leave in a little bit of time if I need to make a few more things. Tomorrow I might be able to do that. We'll see if that happens. But I could, in theory. But anyway, so that's how the schedule is supposed to go. We're going to see how this goes, though. Right before I left, the event that I'm doing tomorrow, it's a night market, like I said. They also do a farmer's market earlier in the day, on that day, and they had some cancellations. They're like, hey, would anyone like to, stay there all day tomorrow and do both? And I'm like, and for a minute I was like, yeah, I do. And then I was like, no, I don't. Why would I do that to myself? See, this is how I get in these situations, because I'm like, oh, I can do it, and I don't think about it. But anyway, I didn't respond and say I could do it. I would be working tonight, tomorrow morning, and tomorrow night, and the next morning. I would be you know, that would be too much. Hello, it's kind of dark in my van right now. I'm on my way back from my event. This is still Friday. It is like 9:55 currently. I got done with setup probably at like 9:45. I've been driving a little bit till I knew kind of where I was going. But anyway, so I'm not going to say too much about the event itself. That's going to be a separate video. But it was a little slow, so I'm not really tired. You know, I mean, setting up and taking down myself, I'm tired, but you know, I'm not like exhausted yet. We'll see how I feel by Sunday, but so far so good. The event was a little slow, but I'm also a little slow too with my new stuff. I think tomorrow I have help, like I said, so that'll go better. At least someone can hold it and someone can screw it in, and it goes a lot easier. But anyway, hopefully I speed that up for Sunday, because Sunday's setup is only an hour and a half, not 2 hours like this one. And I took basically the whole 2 hours today, so hopefully I can get it sped up by Sunday. But anyway, that's it for today. I'll check in again tomorrow morning, tell you how I feel, and then before the event tomorrow, and then after the event tomorrow. And so I'll see you tomorrow. All right, an update. So it is Saturday morning, about 10-ish. I slept in a little. Not until 10. I slept until, well, woke up at like 6 at first, and then went back to sleep. Slept until like 9. Had some weird dreams. Yeah, I think I'm not going to plan on doing anything today, like trying to paint anything else. I just can't do it. I knew it was probably going to be the case. So I'm just going to rest, because I got again, this was the easier transition between last night and tonight. Tonight, it's this event tonight, and then tomorrow morning is the next one. So that one's going to be rough. Right now, I'm doing laundry so that I have a variety of clothes to choose from for tonight. I think I'm going to wear a dress tonight because it's going to be warm. It was warm yesterday, but it was cold for a portion of it, so I did bring out my sweatshirt. You probably saw that in the takedown footage I put in here. I was wearing my sweatshirt. I was going to take it off for that, and I didn't, so I ended up sweating at the end. But tonight I think I'm going to wear a dress. It's supposed to be warmer tonight than it was yesterday, and I do have a jacket I can put on over it and stuff like that, so I'm planning on doing that. but I had other laundry I had to do as well. Then I'm charging my stuff, like thankfully, gosh, my voice today, not quite awake, I guess. Thankfully, I didn't use a whole lot of my battery stuff in most of my devices or whatnot, so it's not going to take too long to charge up. Tonight, I have to remember when I get home to charge anything that needs to get charged for tomorrow. You know, again, less transition time, and I'm going to be sleeping most of that time, so. And what time am I leaving in the morning? Setup's at 8:30. I'm probably leaving around 7, a little after 7, so. I woke up at 6 this morning, so that should probably be fine. I will set an alarm anyway. I'm the type of person that usually doesn't need an alarm. Like, today I knew I didn't have to get up, so I just slept. If I know I have to get somewhere, normally my brain will wake me up anyway, but I do set an alarm when I have to, for sure. And very rarely do I use it. Like, usually I wake up on my own. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'm gonna be so tired that that's not gonna happen. Everything is still packed. I'll take a little bit of footage and overlay it, but everything is still relatively packed up well here. Like, I did a good job keeping everything organized, or at least organized enough. The one thing I would like to look for, I only had a few because they were in a different spot than the rest of them, but the little clips that I have that clip my backdrop to the side of the tent, I couldn't find those yesterday. So, and I could have swore when I was packing things up that I saw them and I was like, oh, I need those, and I put them somewhere, but now I don't know where they are. So I'm gonna look for those. I can live without them. I had the 2 that I needed last time, so I don't necessarily need any more. Another thing, my best friend, my long lost best friend that I've had all my life since 7th grade, I haven't seen her in a few years. She said she's gonna be coming tonight, so I have something I have to give her that I was supposed to give her years ago, because the last time I saw her was like 2 years ago. So I brought that with. I already put it in my car where I am now, so I'm not gonna forget it. I did forget to bring my water bottle in from last night, so I gotta bring that in and refill it and stuff and get that ready before I leave. I did take my lunch bag in though, so did a good job there. Today, I just talked to my husband. He's definitely helping me pack up, and he's going to help with setup a little bit, because the timing of setup is bad, because he has to go visit his mom at a certain time during the day. She's in a assisted living place. The timing was kind of bad for setup, but I told him, if you want to just help me with the shelf and like putting up the basics of the tent, and then you can go visit your mom. So, and it's not that far away. It's only in Oak Creek, and it's like 20 minutes away 20 at the most. I am worried about trying to find out how to get to where I'm supposed to go today. It's going to be interesting. But anyway, so we have to leave. Setup starts at 2:30 probably. I was originally, because for my new shelves, I bought the whole system. It was made of the Ivar system from IKEA, and I bought shelves to go with it, but I didn't end up using their shelves, so I have to return those. And IKEA is right near where this is going to be, like our only IKEA in the area. And I was going to do it like two birds in one stone, but I don't think I want to do that today. I'll do it a different day. It's not that far away. I can take another trip down there. Maybe if my husband wasn't coming along, I might have done that, but he is coming along now. So anyway, I think that's all I have to update for now. I'll see you again before the event starts. All right, it is Saturday afternoon. It's like 2:30. I'm on my way to my second event. I think I might have said this earlier. I'm not sure though, but I might be repeating myself. The directions aren't very clear on where I'm supposed to go, so that's kind of what I'm nervous about right now. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. I know where my spot is unless it changed, but I don't know like where I can drive or park my car when I get there. They're not very, hopefully after this round, because I'm doing this 2 more times, I'll figure out better what they expect of me. But I'm supposed to find someone anyway when I get there to, show me where to go. I just don't know where to find those people. So, other than that, energy levels like a 5, maybe a 6. I got a lot of rest last night, and I didn't really I was doing some things, but I didn't wasn't overwhelming myself on purpose. So I was just kind of resting today. I think like I said, my friend is supposed to be coming today. She told me she was coming. And I haven't seen her in 3 years. I think I might have said 2 earlier. It's actually 3. Figured that out. So, you know, I'm excited to see her. That's bringing my mood up. I think if she hadn't been here, I think I'd probably be like, oh, I'm done. I don't want to go anymore. You know, I would still go, but I would feel like I don't want to go. And either way, by the time I get there, I'm sure I'm going to be like, okay, I'm fine, you know. But we'll see how I feel tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big indicator of how things are going to be with this 3-day thing. So, I don't think I have anything else to say prior to the event. I'm going to try to check in during the event this time a little more, but we'll see. Because I know there's going to be live music here too again. So, I'm not sure if that's going to be too overwhelming or what to be able to film there. So, we'll see. But as always, I will show you setup and everything when I get there. Probably won't talk to you until after the event unless I'm able to film during the event. So either way, see you then. Alright, you can't see me again, but I am headed out for my event on Saturday, headed back home. It is like 9:50. I was actually done packing up. My husband did come help me pack up too, and we were done by like 9:30, but we had to wait for the people next to us. Long story, but they weren't very courteous. We had to wait for them, so that's a short version. Anyway, so it is what it is. I'm not really tired anyway, so it's not like I would have slept if I went home right away. My husband's also going to pick us up some food on the way home because we both didn't eat much. So I'm going to be up eating for a while anyway. I set my alarm already for tomorrow. It's not that bad. Like, I have to leave by if I want to get there right when setup starts, and I do, because it's only an hour and a half to the event and I'm going to be by myself. So it starts at 8:30. It's a little over an hour away, so I'm probably going to leave at like 7:15. I knew maybe 7, because I do need to stop and, well, I don't have to. But I was planning on stopping and getting like a little breakfast sandwich in the morning from somewhere on my way. So probably leave like 7, 7:10, 7:15. get up by like, I had set my alarm for 6:45 because I'm probably just gonna do a quick shower. I'm not gonna wash my hair tomorrow, and I think it'll be fine. I'm not really right now. Tomorrow might be different, but right now I'm not really that tired. Like I said, not even like exhausted. Like I'm not really I'm not tired at all. You know. Like I said, this morning when I woke up, I felt like I could have slept longer. I have a feeling I'm going to be tired again tomorrow. For now, I'm fine. I think I went over all this, but I'm not sure. I might just put this in and not the other thing I filmed. My friend didn't show up today. She texted me and said that she actually didn't make it down to, because she was planning on coming to the Milwaukee area. That's why she was going to come to this event, because she's in Madison. And I don't think she even made it to Milwaukee, because she was doing a race. She runs and like does biking, and I think it was a triathlon, but it's like a relay kind of thing that she has going on. But anyway, so it went late, she said, so she wasn't able to make it. So she's gonna instead come to another event that I'm doing that's closer to her in Lake Mills. So, and I'm there again in July. I'll be there in July, August, and September still. So I'll see her then, but I didn't see her today. So my spirits are okay. I mean, I ain't like go crazy, like I didn't really get my feedback or anything for this event, but I need to make more stuff. It's partially my fault, but that's a whole other story, like I said. So we'll see how I do tomorrow. And the good news is I have enough stuff left for at least tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow a lot of people want to buy stuff. At least I have stuff for them, you know? So we'll see how that goes for tomorrow. But as far as the whole weekend is going, just fine. Not anything to complain about too much, other than I had to wait today a little bit afterwards. But like I said, I'm not tired anyway, so it's not like I would have got any more sleep. So it's fine. So I guess I'll leave you for today, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Hello, it is Sunday morning, about 7 o'clock. I'm on my way now to the place. I'm gonna stop and get a little bite to eat and soda, probably, to help me keep awake. Well, I'm not really, like, I'm tired, but I'm not like crazy tired. I used to work third shift, so this really isn't that bad. I mean, now that I'm older, it might be, but that was back in my 20s. But I'm not feeling that bad about schedule-wise. I had some broken sleep tonight, last night. We didn't get home, I don't even know what time it was, probably like 10:30. And then we stayed up for a bit because I wasn't really tired for a while. So I didn't get to bed until like 11:30, maybe midnight, or at least to sleep until midnight probably. And then I woke up a few times, you know, because that's what happens. Because sometimes I sleep all the way until the time I have to wake up. Because I said this earlier, where my body has like a internal alarm clock. But sometimes I'm so worried about having to wake up that I wake up all the time, you know? So that was kind of one of those mornings this morning, but it's fine. I'll probably be more tired after the event. So I think I'm pretty good now. I'm not a coffee person. I've never have been. Like I know I said I'm getting soda to keep awake, but I'm not, I don't think caffeine has much of an effect on me. But I also at the same time didn't want to start drinking coffee because I didn't want to become dependent on it. So I don't drink coffee. I could survive without the soda. I've done it before many times. I just would like to have one. We're kind of running out of soda at our house, so I'm feeling all right. I've been to this place before, so I'm not really worried about how it works. In fact, when she sent her email, the person in charge seemed to have a better way of like making it more efficient or whatever, because there's like 2 entrances, so she's gonna block off one of them so that we can just start loading up on one side, and then she's gonna block that one off when we're full and have other people going that way. Because last time a little bit it was kind of chaotic with the parking, but I got there right on time because I usually do, you know. But anyway, so it should be relatively pain-free, I think. So I'll update you maybe throughout the event, because I don't think there's music here. There might be, I don't know. Otherwise, I'll see you after the event. So thanks for watching. Alrighty, it's after the event. It started raining at the very end as I was packing up. Didn't rain during the event. I'm feeling better now that I got up and moved and, you know, did some packing, but like in the middle of the event I was starting to, like, yeah, I could take a nap right now. Like, you know, and it was slower than it was last time when I was here. Not that much slower, but it was slower. Like, it was more busy last time. Again, I'm talking about the events themselves in separate videos, but I made $8 today. The last time I was here, I made $83 though. So, and each of the fees are $25. So with this series of events, I'm doing 4 of them. So far, I'm still ahead as far as these events go. I'm behind on the year so far, but that's different. I'm definitely tired, but like I said, once I got up and started doing stuff, I started feeling better. Energy level though, I wasn't as bad as I was anticipating, I guess. Today did drag a little bit, like I said, but I guess it's good because I have 2 more of these coming up. I think I mentioned that earlier in the video. At least I know I mentioned one. One of them is my next round of events are like 2 weeks from now, or 2 weekends from now. So a little bit less than 2 weeks because it starts on Friday and today's Sunday. So, but like 2 weekends, you know, so I get like, you know, the July 4th week off and then part of the next week, and then I have another same kind of thing, except that time I have a night market and then I have 2 day markets, and the day markets are longer. So, and they're both like art markets technically. So it's gonna be a little different that time. Then I have another one in August, a couple weeks later, maybe like a month later basically from that one, where it's similar to this one, where I have a night market and then a night market and then this one again Sunday. So during the day, so it'll be the similar thing. The only difference actually is my first night market is a different one. But then I have the Oak Creek one for Saturday and then this one for Sunday that weekend, that month, August as well. So at least I know I can handle them. We'll see how different the next one is though, with the 2 day markets after the night market. And they're a little bit, the locations of those are a little bit more spread out too. So we'll see how that one goes. But good thing I can rest up for the Sunday one, because I have time after the Saturday one, you know? That'll be good. Because the Sunday one's the one I really have to travel to. It's in Beaver Dam. So, alright, well, this was a nice experiment. Wanted to see how it would be through 3 days and my exhaustion level and stuff. Wasn't too bad. But, thanks for joining me. And take a look at my other videos if you're interested in vendor stuff. And I'll eventually have other stuff on here too. But thanks for watching.